Thank you for coming back to our channel, where we update the most thrilling and dramatic episodes of the hit TV series Beyond the Gates. Don't forget to follow and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any exciting developments. And right after that, a shocking secret has just been revealed, causing the entire Dupree family to be shaken, turning everything they had believed in upside down. Anita stood frozen in the room filled with dim light, the last rays of the afternoon sunlight seeping through the narrow window, casting long shadows on the cold floor. Her hands trembled as she held the DNA test results that Madison had just left. Everything inside her seemed to freeze, each heartbeat became chaotic, her eyes widened, glued to each line of clearly printed words before her eyes. Anita's mind went blank for a few seconds. Then a series of memories intertwined like chaotic fragments, piecing together a picture of the past that she had been trying to hide for so long. The paper was so thin and light, but now it felt heavy in her hand, each word printed boldly, clearly, exposing an undeniable truth. No need to read it over and over again. Just one glance was enough to make Anita feel like the ground beneath her feet was collapsing. The line confirming the blood relationship appeared coldly, clearly. The DNA test results were unmistakable. The match rate was absolute. Madison was Vernon's biological daughter. That truth was like a strong blow to Anita's mind, which was already filled with too much anxiety. She couldn't believe what was happening right before her eyes. So many years, so many secrets, so many assumptions. All were exposed in that short moment. Madison, the girl who seemed to be just a character standing outside the dark vortex of the Dupree family, turned out to be the crystallization of a sinful relationship, a stain that had been carefully covered up for many years. Anita felt her chest being squeezed, her breathing rapid, her muscles tense, her mind spinning as if she had just entered a nightmare with no way out. She tried to calm herself, but all her efforts became hopeless when each line of cold truth still clung to her mind like sharp claws. She remembered the times Vernon appeared, the sly eyes, the ambiguous and meaningful words. All of those actions were now strung together, forming a horrifying panorama. Madison's existence as Vernon's daughter was not only an emotional shock, but also a tacit declaration of war against the entire Dupree family, against Anita herself. She understood clearly that if this truth were exposed to the light, the entire balance of power, the hidden secrets, the plots that had been planned for many years could collapse like a sandcastle before a fierce wave. Madison, whether intentionally or unintentionally, had become the most dangerous link in this chain of tragedies, the chess piece that Vernon had secretly planted, waiting for the day to explode. Anita staggered towards the table, dropping the test paper on the cold table like the feeling inside her at this moment. Her mind was spinning, all her thoughts were tangled like tangled threads that could not be untangled. She tried to piece together the entire event, every smallest detail about Madison, about the meetings, about the unusual expressions. Everything gradually became clearer than ever. There is no doubt that Vernon has planned this for a long time, step by step, like a predator patiently waiting for his prey to fall into his trap. And now, Madison is the most important key for him to break through all the defenses, all the protective barriers that the Dupree family and Anita herself have worked so hard to build. Questions rushed into Anita's mind like a tidal wave. Does Madison know her true identity? Does she intend to stand on Vernon's side? Or is Madison just an innocent pawn being used in this fierce game of power? So many hypotheses have been put forward, but all lead to a single conclusion. The appearance of Madison as Vernon's daughter has officially started a new storm, a new series of tragedies about to befall everyone. Anita could clearly feel her body trembling. Not only because of the great shock that had just come, but also because of the invisible fear that was creeping into every cell. She knew that once this secret was discovered, everything would never be the same again. Vernon, the most dangerous enemy, the one who had repeatedly caused the Dupree family to fall into trouble, now possessed a strategic card named Madison. This meant that any plan that Anita had ever cherished to protect her family, to fight against Vernon, could be broken in the blink of an eye. The space around her seemed to thicken. Time seemed to stop, only the pounding of her heart beating erratically in Anita's chest could be heard, echoing chaotically. She tried to take a deep breath, but the air seemed to thicken. Each breath was heavy and gloomy. In her mind, there was only one truth echoing: Madison was Vernon's daughter. That truth was like a time bomb, and the countdown had begun. Anita knew that she didn't have much time to panic or fear. She had to act immediately, had to find a way to control the situation before everything got out of control. She had to investigate how much Madison knew, what Vernon had manipulated, and above all, she had to prepare for the inevitable confrontation with Vernon. Her most dangerous, most ruthless enemy. The only one who could destroy her entire plan with just a chess piece named Madison. But deep down, Anita also knew that this battle would be different from any other before. The appearance of Madison as Vernon's daughter had created a cruel turning point, an unpredictable turn. And she, Anita, whether she wanted it or not, had officially been drawn into that fateful vortex, where every decision, every step could lead to destruction or the resurgence of secrets that had been dormant for years. She clenched her hands tightly, her nails digging into her palms until they bled, as a way to hold on to her sanity in the midst of extreme panic. Her eyes flashed with a cold, determined gaze, replacing the fear that was tormenting her insides. Anita knew clearly that from this moment on, there was no room for weakness or hesitation. She had to be stronger than ever. Had to face the harsh truth, had to be ready for a new war, an uncompromising war, where the winner would be the only one standing after the storm. And then, in that suffocating silence, Anita bent down slightly, carefully folding the DNA test paper, each movement slow but sure, as if she was collecting each piece of memory, each part of the painful truth deep in her mind. She put the paper in the drawer, locked it tightly, but she knew clearly, there were things that once exposed, nothing could be locked away. Just like the truth about Madison, Vernon's daughter, was now an indelible part of this bloody and tearful power game. All of this was just the beginning of a series of tragedies, betrayals and unprecedented revenge plans. Does Anita have the courage to turn the tables? Who will Madison side with in this fateful battle? And what other sinister cards does Vernon have up his sleeve? The answers will be revealed in the next dramatic episodes of Beyond the Gates. Stay tuned to our channel so you don't miss any shocking developments. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel today to stay updated with the latest and most exciting episodes of Beyond the Gates.